17.3 Exchange of gases. Alveoli are the primary site of exchange of gases. Exchange of gases also occur between blood and tissues. O2 and CO2 are exchanged in these sites by simple diffusion, mainly based on pressure concentration gradient. Solubility of the gases as well as the thickness of the membrane involved in diffusion are also some important factors that can affect the rate of diffusion. Pressure contributed by an individual gas in a mixture of gases is called partial pressure and is represented by PO2 for oxygen and PCO2 for carbon dioxide. Partial pressures of these two gases in the atmospheric air and the two sides of diffusion are given in table 17.1 and in figure 17.3. The data given in the table clearly indicates a concentration gradient for oxygen from alveoli to blood and blood to tissues. Similarly, a gradient is present for CO2 in the opposite direction, that is, from tissue to blood and blood to alveoli. As the solubility of CO2 is 20 to 25 times higher than that of oxygen, the amount of CO2 that can diffuse through the diffusion membrane per unit difference in partial pressure is much higher compared to that of oxygen. The diffusion membrane is made up of three major layers, figure 17.4, namely a thin squamous epithelium of alveoli, the endothelium of alveolar capillaries, and the basement substances, composed of a thin basement membrane supporting the squamous epithelium and the basement membrane surrounding the single layer endothelial cells of capillaries. In between them, however, its total thickness is much less than a millimeter. Therefore, all the factors in our body are favorable for diffusion of oxygen from alveoli to tissue and that of CO2 from tissue to alveoli.